Okay, we're recording and we are live. So all the chaos for those that missed the beginning of our chat. Yeah, Kristan missed the whole steamer for rice, as in her microwave multi-purpose steamer. All right, so anyway, I typically don't do white rice. I usually do whole grain rice. And if you ever do rice, quinoa, any of those, it tells you to strain them. So I have to tell you this little secret that I learned because I thought this was the coolest thing. In the multi-purpose steamer, there's a tray, which is actually what we're going to use for the rice. So if you run water and then you stick your steamer tray there, you can drain, well, drain some of the rice out, but you can drain the water out until it runs clear. And the other thing that you can do is, if all else fails, you can fold it, you can hold it like that. Rice stays in, dirty water goes out. Either works. That actually worked better than the tray. All right. So for me, I also don't ever use water when I make rice. I'm a broth girl. And if anybody has been paying attention to me for the last few weeks, my children have made more ramen broth than, I held it upside down, than I know what to do with. So I'm actually going to use the ramen broth because I have an abundance of it. Usually I add veggie broth because I just like the flavor to my rice, but I decided it's Asian, we're going with ramen broth. So the question is, with this rice, how much liquid do I need? I can't read today. 1 cup of rice, which is already in here, 1.5 cups of water. So we're going to do 1.5 cups of broth. 1 cup Prep Bowls have 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup, 3/4, and the top is a full cup, which makes me super happy because I don't have to get 5,000 things today. All right. So we have a cup of broth. I'm gonna get that maybe out of our way. It's not gonna close. All right. Just want to scrape the rice back down into the broth. Mix it up. So the steamer has a top and it has vents to it, but when you're making rice or quinoa, you want to use the steamer tray. So this is my favorite thing. This is used to make potato chips in the microwave without the steamer itself. And somehow I made a mess. I'm gonna get rid of the mess. All right.
Is this what you also use when you do your bacon?
Yes, you put the bacon on the top, the fat goes to the bottom. It's fabulous. All right, so I'm gonna put this in. Everybody's microwave is different. I believe in mine, it is done in 16 minutes. So I wanna get it in first before we do anything.
I'll use mine next time.
Yeah, sure you will. Microwave, cook by time. No boiling, no anything. All right. The second thing I want to get done, Kristan, is the pudding, because that's got to set up. So a couple things I want to say about the pudding, gang. On the package, it has other recipes. So there's one for a Mexican pudding. There's one for mocha that you could use coffee with. I typically do almond milk or oat milk or whatever milk I have, and I have none of the above except regular cow milk, so we're using regular cow milk. But the coolest thing about this is, if you ever look at your package, that we have bought for years, that, the little square package, there's 57 ingredients. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ingredients, and all I can read and pronounce. So that's super amazing. All right.
That's what I love right there.
There is one thing I will say about this that I learned. Once you make it and you set it up, so I typically set it up in the 1 cup Prep Bowls. Should be 6 Prep Bowls because it makes 6 servings, but I usually only get 4. If you stick a metal tool in it, so if you leave it in a bowl like this, you will end up with liquid. It will re-liquefy itself from putting the metal in it, so you just have to whip it back up. So if you make it, put it in something like this or individual containers, then your kid takes it, sticks a metal spoon in it, you don't have a problem. It's when they try to take the big one, stick a metal spoon in it, they put it back in the fridge, and then all of a sudden you open the fridge and it's liquefied, and I didn't know why, and that is why.
That's what happened to us the first time we ever did it.
Yeah, it happened to me too, and I'm like, why is this happening? And somebody said, somebody stuck metal in it. And I was like, okay, that's a royal pain in the whatever. All right, so my kid said yesterday he needed milk for shakes, and I bought milk yesterday. And today I've cooked a lot, so we have half a thing of milk. So just so you guys know, and I don't know if anybody knows this, ball whisks are different shapes for different things. Currently, Epicure has the little baby one available. I have a big one. You can use the little one, but that takes way too long in my world. Usually takes about 4 minutes of hand whipping to get it going, and it will thicken up nicely. See who can whip faster, Kristan or I? Get my workout, the end of day workout. I'm still in the workout clothes that I put on this morning. I got my workout in the middle of the day, and then I was like, take a shower, take a nap, read a book. I decided to read a book one, and I never got a shower. So
Yeah.
this is my life every day. Like, I pick my son up usually to go to hockey at like 1:45 from school, and he's like, Mom, you worked out at 5:30. You're still in your workout clothes, and you stink. I'm like, yeah, I didn't have time for a shower yet. So at like 9 o'clock, he's like getting home from whatever he had to do, and he's like, did you finally get a shower? I was like, yeah, I did. Yeah, that arm is tired. Can I whisk backwards with the other hand? No, I cannot.
How long do you usually mix yours for?
About 3 to 4 minutes, because you really
3 to
want
4 minutes. Yeah. Mine's almost set.
Yeah, it looks like it's just about set. All right, so like I said, normally I have a set. I'm gonna store mine in the 1 cup prep bowls because I know if I leave it in this, A, I'll have pure hell in my house, and B, it will liquefy, and I don't really want that to happen. The other thing that's great about these is they have a silicone lid on them, so it's fabulous and easy for storage. And, oh yeah, it's nice and thick. 1, pop the cover on.
So I use my little prep bowls for the stuff that we're gonna cook with for the meal. So I'm gonna just pour mine in something different.
There you go. I have 2 sets. I have 2 sets of prep bowls, so there's a reason. I have children that like to knock things out of my refrigerator, and the one thing that's amazing about these is the lids seal on nicely. Right here, I'll show you with one that's not filled, because I really don't want putting on my floor. But
now, if Jake was here, he'd be licking this bowl right now, just so you know.
oh, I'm surprised Juliana hasn't come, except that, there's no school tomorrow. Who knows what she's up to right now. My husband's gonna be mad though, because he prefers when I add coffee to this. But I'm just gonna tell him he didn't have any coffee made, or I didn't notice that there was any made, which is a lie.
Yeah.
The whole pot behind me. All right, so this is my favorite scraper. I point this out all the time. This is a 3-in-1. It's got a hard side, a rounded side, and a point. It clears the bottom of all of the jars, like the mayonnaise, the ketchup, the peanut butter. It is my best friend. All right, I'm gonna put these in the fridge and get them out of our way. All right, 4 puddings in the fridge. We're on target. That's pretty good. All right. So sweet and sour stir fry. I don't ever follow directions to the T on this because, that's just how I cook. And if you watched me earlier today, I was trying to follow somebody's recipe, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't working. So the cool thing about any of the meal solutions is you can revise them. So first of all, I'm doing shrimp. Kristan's doing chicken. Second of all, the only vegetables I've left in my house that have not been devoured by my children has been frozen broccoli. So,
And I'm doing peppers, carrots, and scallions.
I have shredded carrots. I could use those. There you go.
Yeah, that's what I did. Shredded carrots, some scallions, and then some peppers.
So, whatever it is, see, she put them in her little prep bowl. The other thing is any of these seasonings, if you look them up on the website, so if you go to kristantom.epicure.com and you put in sweet and sour stir fry, it will come up with a bunch of alternatives. So like one of the alternatives is to do it as a sheet pan meal. Another one is actually to use the coating as a coating for vegetables and pork roast and put it in your Instant Pot. So, I mean, you can do anything you want with it. My husband laughs because I had no idea what donair was, and that's the Canadian version of gyro. And it makes like a meatloaf. And so I'm like, all right, well, I'm really sick of making this into meatloaf. I'm gonna do something else with it. I turned it into pulled pork one day. I was like, I can use this as a pulled pork seasoning. He's like, all right, it works, it's fine. All right, so.
And I like your tidbit. I've learned a lot from watching your videos this last year to open it backwards.
Well, because I can't read the recipe otherwise.
And I would have just chopped right into it and not realized it like a couple of months ago. But when you started doing that, I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Well, and the other thing is when we used to go live to people's houses, I would take the empty packets and go, look, you could smell. It's like smell-o-vision, the old packets. And they now I'm like, all right, well, I don't really need to do that, but I like to be able to read the recipe.
That's good.
Right. So combine your seasoning with 1 can of pineapple. All right. My can of pineapple is more than I need. I need both.
So is mine. I cannot get smaller, so.
Adam was like, so I get the extra pineapple and I get to eat the, drink the juice. I'm like, yeah, that works. That's fine. So I'm just gonna put, I don't know, 3/4 of the jar in here. And I'll put some of the juice back in so she can have it. I don't really care. Again, I just kind of play. Whatever works, whatever happens. All right. I'm trying to shift you guys. I think that's better. All right. Seasoning and pineapple going in.
Oh, that looks good, just like that.
I know it smells like I wish we had television. It really smells yummy. And when you dump the packet in, you get like the whiff of the.
Yep.
All right. So then, what does it say? So 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Again, I put mine over there. I don't.
Yeah, I pre-measured all my stuff out. That was good.
Well, see, I wanted to show as I dropped.
Well, I'm showing these little cute gadgets.
Yes, I like the spice spoon, but I wanted to also show that I don't typically use soy sauce, so coconut aminos works.
Okay, so I use an organic soy sauce that I really like.
Because of my mom, try to stay as much overly processed soy as I can.
Yes.
I find that I can't usually get soy sauce that's not overly processed. So, it's all good. So what was that? 2 tablespoons of white vinegar and 2 tablespoons of water.
Yep.
2 tablespoons of water. 1. So for me, I like the measuring spoon because I like the fact that it's 1, unlike Juliana, who disappears with my, oh, look, I no longer have a half a teaspoon because Juliana took it.
It was the first time I used it, and I have to say, I thought it was pretty cool.
Well, I like the fact that one that doesn't have anything on it, it's designed to fit in the jar.
Yeah.
Like that's.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice. Now that I just dirtied that up for the heck of dirtying something up, and we'll just throw it in my sink. All right. So we're heating up the oil. So the recipe doesn't say what kind of oil. It also says you should toss your chicken in cornstarch. I'm doing shrimp and you're doing chicken. I'm actually using sesame oil because I decided.
Okay.
Well,
I'm using avocado.
Great. This is Asian, so I'm going with sesame oil. It worked.
Yeah.
Right. Sink full of dirty dishes again. All right. Wok is on. So just so you guys know, this is the Epicure wok. It is lightweight, which I love. Handles, it goes in the oven. It replaced my big heavy wok that I had for like 20 some odd years. That was absolutely ridiculous. So Kristan was showing the little 1 cup prep bowls. This is the 4 cup prep bowl. Again, it has a silicone lid. Put my lid back.
Oh, I like that one.
So this is my salad bowl. Like this is what I make salad in.
Okay, that's too little for this vegetarian in that salad bowl. The steamer is my salad bowl.
No, but like I do I store my carrots and things for salad during the week.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't like salad in a jar. Like I used to make that all the time. And then I got to the point where I was like, I don't want I want to be able to do. So now I store all the things in my fridge in these.
Gotcha.
I just open the fridge. I take all the jars out. I'm like a little this, a little this, a little this, a little this.
Okay, that makes sense. I thought you meant that was like the size you're eating.
No, this is what I store all my salad fixings. Maybe that's the better word.
There you go, fixings. Perfect.
The salad fixings. No, my salad bowl here. I'll show you. You'll laugh. That's my salad bowl. It's what I used for Asian today. My Asian bowl earlier today. All right. So moving on, let's see, what do we got here? So Kristan tossed all her chicken in the cornstarch, shake it off. By the way, if you don't have cornstarch, you can replace that with potato starch. So the other night I did chili sauce and I made chicken in it and I didn't have any cornstarch. So I'm like, oh, potato starch does the same thing. It works. All right. So stir fry your chicken. I'm gonna do my shrimp. It's already cooked, but it needs to be heated up anyway. So my son Joey likes to make popcorn, and you can actually make popcorn in the steamer, so I don't end up with the air popper popcorn all over the place. But then he likes to melt butter or put oil on the popcorn because the macaroni and cheese powder sticks really well to make good cheesy popcorn. So he says to me, he goes, Mom, I'm no longer doing butter, I'm doing oil because it's got a better ratio to hold it. He goes, but the olive oil has got like a weird taste. I'm like, dude, avocado oil right here in front of the big olive oil. It has no flavor. And he was like, oh.
Yep. I just had this conversation with my mom at Christmas time because she made an apple cake and she used olive oil. And I was like, you can't use olive oil in baked products because it starts tasting, depending on how ripe that olive oil is. And so she just started using the avocado oil for that reason.
Yeah, I did mayo with our vegan mayo, and I didn't have any avocado oil left, so I did olive oil, but I was then turning it into like an aioli, but I tasted it like originally, I was like, holy, that's really strong. And I was like, all right, well, now that I added some buffalo mix to it and some garlic, now it's not so bad. But note to self, olive oil, too strong to make mayo too. All right. So is your chicken in?
My chicken's in, and one side is cooked, and the other side is halfway done.
There you go. So while Kristan is doing that, and my shrimp is cooking over here, warming up, I actually cheat sometimes with recipes like this, and I do the chicken ahead of time in the steamer. Because again, the chicken cut up 4 minutes in the steamer, then I cook up all the vegetables, throw it all together with the sauce, and I'm like, I'm done. And that's the other thing. Like sometimes I'll use the packet to season some of the chicken, throw it in the steamer, and then like that goes on my salad, and then the rest of it I just use, in the pot, whatever. Right. Ooh, 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the rice. All right, I'm gonna throw this in. And the broccoli and the carrots.
So are you putting the sauce in now?
Yeah, I'm throwing the sauce in because my broccoli's frozen, so it's gonna need the liquid anyway.
Okay.
My shrimp is cooked already, your chicken's gonna take a little longer. It's all good. Versatility, baby. So again, this thing literally cleans the bowl. Gets all of the Epicure tubes sort of have that same hard edge, so they do the same sort of, clean it up. All right, where's my broccoli and carrots? Frozen broccoli, frozen broccoli that somebody opens the bag in an odd way. Don't blame my husband, but probably it's my children. I don't know how much I'm putting in. Again, totally like a fly by the seat of my pants kind of recipe. I mean, the recipe calls for snap peas, which I had. So the kids made, oh wait, we're home today. We're gonna make dip and we're gonna use the snap peas, the green beans, the regular carrots. I'm like, whatever.
That works.
You know what? I'm just gonna use the rest of the bag. I cheated earlier in the week and I bought a bag of shredded carrots because I was like, I had a recipe that needed, I was doing a coleslaw and I had red and a green cabbage and I'm like, not buying coleslaw mix, I already have coleslaw. I'm like, I could shred carrots. Oh wait, the shredded carrots are on sale. I'm buying shredded carrots. I think I'm good.
Yeah, I buy shredded carrots a lot.
I usually run them through my food processor, but I was like, this is easier and it's on sale and there you go.
This smells amazing.
You picked it, so I hope it's.
I know. I've been wanting to try this one for a while.
I hope it actually tastes as good as it smells.
I'm sure it will. I don't think most of the ones I've tried before are really, really good. I think there's only one. I just didn't like the taste of it, but it was like a personal,
Do you have a favorite?
I have to say the mac and cheese.
That's a favorite here, except that my children like to turn it into chicken broccoli and ziti.
Well, yeah, I mean, and we do chicken with it. We've done broccoli with it. We've done asparagus with it before too.
Yep.
So that's one of my favorites.
There you go.
Yeah. This might be my new favorite though.
So my rice is steaming. Let's see if it's done. Okay, so we're gonna clean off the rice that's on the.
That is super fast microwave.
You're funny. You're funny.
And if you're just tuning in, I messed up with the rice and used my real rice cooker.
Except my rice is not done and it's hot, hot, hot. Needs more liquid though, it looks like. Ugh. I think I put enough liquid in. We're gonna add a little liquid to it. So I might have just failed on the rice tonight. Because it's like not fluffy and it's all stuck together. Interesting. Usually this works perfectly. So we'll add a little liquid to it and see what happens. We'll put it back in.
It's one of those days.
Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We'll give it another minute and 30 and see what happens. Yeah, I might have had an epic fail. And that happens too. So that's the thing, like everybody's microwave is different. So for example, like we were talking about the potato chips, Cari, who introduced me to Epicure in Canada, she gets her potato chips done slicing the fresh potatoes in 4 minutes. It takes me 6. My girlfriend, it takes her kids 6 minutes to do popcorn in the steamer. My kids get it done in 4. So who knows?
Yeah, different microwaves, all of that. Also different altitudes,
Yes, I've learned that cooking for my dad in Vegas.
Yeah.
Does smell yummy.
It does.
Now that I just sent it flying.
Some spring rolls would go good with that. Yeah, they're good.
Spring rolls sound yummy. Julia did steamer, not the Epicure steamer, like the bamboo steamer buns from the Asian market earlier today.
Ooh, that sounds good.
My little messy chef.
Yeah, I have one of those.
It's all good. It's all good. All right, let's see if the rice is done now.
I think this is pretty much cooked for me.
Yeah, your dinner? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A little more liquid and an extra minute. And now my rice is done. Okay, I'm going to fluff it up and show you. So, okay, so I needed a little extra liquid today. Who knows why? And it took 18 instead of 16 minutes.
That's not bad, though. I mean,
I didn't have to stand over a pot boiling it. I got everything else done while it was cooking. So,
yeah, exactly. It's a win.
And it's easy to clean the steamer.
You
Yeah.
see if you can get her in.
Steamer rice.
Maybe, I don't know.
All right. See, is this done? Is it going all the way through? It is. All right, so that's my woked version. Can you see it?
Oh, all right. Here's my fry pan one. Since I don't have the wok.
Now, did you say vegetarian?
I will eat chicken.
Okay, so you're not a pescator. You don't eat fish, but you eat chicken.
I'll eat chicken. That's about it.
So,
And that's very particular brand of chicken.
okay.
Has to be organic. And yeah, I'm really picky about it.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Why chicken versus fish?
I don't know, to answer your question on that one. I ate fish growing up. I just don't really like it. I'll cook
all
it.
right.
My husband eats shrimp and stuff like that, and I'll cook it, but I just not a
I
huge
think
fan of
that
it.
Paula Manganotis just got on, but
Hey, Paula.
Hi,
but
I've
she's
been
not-
on. I was watching on Facebook.
but she's not showing us her pretty little face. We gotta, I don't know, what
No, because this is me.
in the dark. Oh, I love
Hold
you,
on,
Paula.
I'll be nice. Hold on a second.
All these East Coast people, I tell you.
See,
Paula's in her
I'll be-
jammies in bed.
I'm in bed. I'm ready for bed. My Cowboys lost. I don't want to talk about it.
Hey, the Patriots lost last night. It's all good.
Oh, so sad.
It is.
Yeah, I was on Facebook and I'm commenting. I'm like, they can't see this because they're on Zoom.
Correct. But I'm glad that you got that it worked and you could see it. So, all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the pudding out so you guys can see pudding.
Oh yeah. I'll pull mine out.
All set up, ready to go.
Yep. Same thing here.
There you go. I didn't even eat pudding right now. Forget dinner.
It looks really good.
It's 9:30 at night. Who needs dinner on the East Coast? I'm eating pudding. This is for tomorrow. All right. Well, anybody have any questions? Anything anybody want to add to this chaos and craziness?
I want to taste this.
Go ahead, taste it. I want to know.
I've never
Did you
made
make? Did you guys make two different things?
So I did shrimp. Kristen did chicken, and she made her rice ahead of time in her rice cooker instead of in the
Because I
steamer.
screwed up.
That's
Well,
all good.
Carrie had an epic fail with her rice anyway.
No, it worked. Look,
Oh, it did? The extra
I
minutes?
had to add a little liquid in it. Put it in for another 2 minutes.
Good. It's yummy.
Let me
Go.
show me again.
All right, I'm
That
gonna make
looks
a bowl
yummy.
for Paula. Just because I can.
All right.
All right, Paula, ready? I'm gonna do a bowl for you.
Oh my gosh, that's good.
Version. All right, everybody. Well, have a great night. Anybody have any comments? Let us know. And Kristen's gonna eat her dinner, and I'm going to bed. Night from
Thank
Go to
you.
bed too.
Love you all.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.